Have you ever wondered what a man really sees when he first looks at you? Society tells us it's all about perfect hair, the latest fashion, or a runway model figure. But the truth is far more subtle, and frankly, far more interesting. The things that truly capture a man's attention on a deep, almost unconscious level, have very little to do with a superficial checklist. The signals that speak the loudest are often completely silent. Today, we're peeling back the layers of human psychology to reveal the 10 surprising things men notice first. These aren't the cliches you've heard 1,000 times. These are the silent signals, the nonverbal cues that tell him a story about you before you've even said a word. And the final point on our list, number 1, is a secret so powerful it might just change the way you think about first impressions forever. So be sure to stick around for that. Number 10, your genuine smile. And I'm not talking about the polite, tight-lipped smile you give a stranger when you accidentally make eye contact. I mean a genuine, authentic smile, the kind that reaches your eyes. In psychology, this is known as a Duchenne smile, and it's physically impossible to fake convincingly. It involves the zygomatic major muscle lifting the corners of your mouth, and the orbicularis oculi muscle, which causes the crinkling around your eyes. A forced smile, sometimes called a Pan Am smile after the flight attendants who were trained to keep one on at all times, only uses the mouth muscles. The human brain is exceptionally good at spotting the difference. From an evolutionary perspective, a real smile is one of the most powerful signals of safety, warmth, and positive social intent. It instantly tells a man's primal brain that you are friendly, open, and not a threat. It activates what are called mirror neurons in his brain, making him want to smile back and feel that same warmth, creating an instant, unconscious bond. Think about it. Imagine you're in a crowded coffee shop. You see two people. One has a forced, customer service smile plastered on while talking to the barista. The other is listening to a friend, and suddenly they laugh, a laugh that makes their whole face light up, eyes crinkling at the corners. Which person do you feel an instant, positive connection to? It's the genuine one, every time. That raw, unfiltered authenticity is magnetic because it feels real and trustworthy. Number 9, the way you hold eye contact. The eyes are famously called the windows to the soul, and for a good reason. The way a woman makes or avoids eye contact is a huge indicator of her confidence and inner state. It's not about a staring contest, which can feel aggressive or creepy. It's about the quality of the connection. Holding steady, relaxed eye contact for a few seconds communicates confidence, sincerity, and interest. On the flip side, constantly darting your eyes away, especially downwards, can signal nervousness, shyness, or even a lack of self-worth. Interestingly, looking away to the side is often interpreted as the brain accessing memory or constructing a thought, which feels much less submissive. Psychologically, direct eye contact builds a bridge of intimacy and trust. It shows that you are present and engaged in the moment with him. A subtle technique people often use naturally is the triangle method, looking from one of their eyes to the other, and then briefly down to their mouth. This feels far more conversational and engaging than a fixed stare. A man first notices if your eye contact feels like a warm invitation or a closed door. It tells him whether you're comfortable in your own skin and confident enough to truly see and be seen by another person. Number 8, your posture and body language. Before you say a single word, your body is already speaking volumes. How you carry yourself, your posture, is one of the most powerful and immediate signals you send. Standing up straight with your shoulders back and head held high communicates confidence, health, and self-respect. Slouching, crossing your arms tightly, or making yourself physically smaller can signal insecurity, defensiveness, or low energy. This is deeply rooted in what psychologists call embodied cognition, the idea that our body's posture doesn't just reflect our mind, but actively shapes it. Standing tall literally makes you feel more powerful. More importantly, it influences how others perceive us. A man will unconsciously register a woman's posture as a sign of her overall vitality and approachability. Imagine two women walking into a party. The first enters with her shoulders hunched, looking at her phone, taking up as little space as possible. The unconscious message is, "Leave me alone." The second walks in with an open, upright posture, head up, scanning the room with a calm expression. Her message is, "I am here, and I am open to the world." She takes up space, which is a nonverbal cue of status and confidence seen across the entire animal kingdom. It's an immediate filter for social confidence. Number 7, the melody of your voice. It's not just what you say, but how you say it. The tone, pitch, and pace of your voice create a unique vocal melody, and it's one of the first things a man's brain processes. A voice that is calm, moderately pitched, and evenly paced is psychologically soothing and is often associated with trustworthiness and authority. Think of the voices of great storytellers. Conversely, a voice that is consistently very high-pitched, fast, or shaky can signal anxiety and nervousness. Habits like uptalk, where every sentence ends with a rising inflection as if it's a question, can make a person sound uncertain. Think about a time you've spoken to someone on the phone before meeting them. You build an entire picture of their personality just from their voice, don't you? A warm, resonant tone can make someone seem trustworthy and kind, while a sharp, hurried tone can make them seem stressed or impatient. Men are wired to pick up on these vocal cues. A calm and measured vocal delivery suggests emotional stability and control, which are universally attractive qualities. It's a primal way of assessing someone's emotional state long before the actual words are fully processed. Number 6, how you treat other people. This one is huge, and it reveals more about your character than almost anything else. A man will pay very close attention to how you interact with people you don't need to impress, like a waiter, a barista, a rideshare driver, or a store clerk. Are you polite, patient, and respectful, making eye contact and saying thank you? Or are you dismissive, demanding, or rude, treating them like they're invisible? Psychologically, this is famously known as the waiter test. It's believed to be a surefire way to see someone's true colors. The logic is simple: if someone is only kind to people they want something from, their kindness is a tool, not a trait. How a person treats service staff is often how they will treat you once the initial charm of a new relationship wears off. Seeing a woman be genuinely kind and gracious to everyone, not just him, is a massive green flag. It signals empathy, humility, and a good heart. It shows that her kindness isn't a performance, it's her default setting. It demonstrates a high level of emotional intelligence and respect for others. Number 5, your unique scent. Scent is the only sense that has a direct pathway to the brain's centers for memory and emotion, the hippocampus and amygdala. This makes it incredibly powerful. We're not talking about being drenched in overpowering perfume. In fact, that can be a major turn-off, often seen as trying too hard. What men notice is a subtle, pleasant, and clean scent that is uniquely you. It could be a light hint of your shampoo, a specific type of lotion, or a single spritz of a signature fragrance applied to pulse points. The psychology here is deeply primal. A pleasant, subtle scent is associated with cleanliness, health, and meticulous self-care. It creates a powerful, unconscious pull. When a scent is unique to you, it becomes a calling card that gets stored in his memory. Think about how the smell of rain on hot pavement can transport you to a specific summer day. In the same way, your unique scent can create a powerful and lasting impression that is purely emotional and incredibly memorable. The goal isn't to be noticed by everyone in the room, but to create an unforgettable scent memory for someone who gets close to you. Number 4, your hands and gestures. You might not think much about your hands, but they are incredibly expressive tools that often betray our subconscious thoughts. How you use your hands when you talk, or even when you're just listening, can reveal a lot about your personality and emotional state. Are your gestures open and expressive, with palms often visible, helping to illustrate your story? This suggests passion, honesty, and engagement. Or are you fidgeting, picking at your nails, or hiding your hands in your pockets? This can signal nervousness, anxiety, or a desire to hide something. From a psychological perspective, our hands often leak the truth. When we are open and honest, we tend to show our palms. When we are excited, we gesture more expansively. When we are nervous, we often engage in self-soothing behaviors, like wringing our hands or touching our neck. A man might not consciously think, her hand gestures are confident, but he will get a feeling of ease and passion from a woman who talks comfortably with her hands. They are the punctuation marks of our unspoken language. Number 3, your energy in the room. This is a bit more abstract, but it's incredibly potent. It's about your vibe or presence. Are you engaged with your surroundings and the people in them? Or are you buried in your phone, seemingly in your own world, creating a digital wall around yourself? A man will instantly notice the energy you bring into a space. A woman who is present, observant, and engaged with life around her has a vibrant, attractive energy. She's not waiting for life to happen, she's participating in it. Think of it as being an energy radiator versus an energy drain. The psychology behind this is about presence and mindfulness. Being constantly distracted by your phone sends a clear signal: whatever is on this screen is more important than the real world and the people around me. It creates a barrier. A woman who puts her phone away and simply is observing the art on the wall, watching the people go by, or just being lost in thought exudes a quiet confidence and an intriguing sense of being grounded. This presence is rare in our hyper-connected world, and because it's rare, it's incredibly noticeable and magnetic. Number 2, your sense of style as a story. Notice I didn't just say your clothes. This isn't about wearing expensive brands or following the latest fleeting trends. It's about what your style says about you. Your clothing is the skin you choose. It's a form of self-expression that tells a story about your personality, your hobbies, and your values before you've spoken. Is your style artsy and bohemian? Athletic and practical? Sharp and professional? A man notices the coherence of your style and what it communicates. It shows that you know who you are. Someone whose style is a mishmash of conflicting trends or who wears clothes that are clearly uncomfortable might seem like they're trying to be someone they're not. But a woman whose style feels authentic to her, whether it's a simple, well-fitting t-shirt and jeans or a unique vintage dress, communicates a strong sense of self. A worn-in leather jacket tells a different story than a pristine blazer. It's a visual summary of your personality, and it's one of the first chapters of your story that he gets to read. And finally, the number 1 thing men notice first, and it's the most powerful of all. Number 1, what you are passionate about. This has nothing to do with him. It's about you. The single most captivating thing a man can notice is a woman who is completely absorbed in something she loves. It could be the way her eyes light up when she talks about her work, the intense focus she has while reading a book in a cafe, the unselfconscious joy on her face while she's gardening, or the conviction in her voice when she discusses a cause she believes in. Psychologically, this is about seeing someone in a state of flow, a concept described as being fully immersed in an activity with energized focus. It's a glimpse into their soul and their rich inner world. When a woman has her own passions and her own fulfilling life, it signals independence, depth, and a fascinating mind. It shows that her happiness and sense of self-worth don't depend on anyone else's approval or attention. There is nothing more attractive than seeing the spark of genuine passion in someone's eyes. It's a sign of a life being fully lived, and it's an irresistible invitation to want to know more about the person living it. So, as we've seen, the things men truly notice go far beyond the surface. It's not about a checklist of features. It's about the story you tell without saying a word, the story of your confidence, your kindness, your energy, and your passion. Ultimately, it's about your authenticity shining through. And remember, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. True connection is about much more than a first impression. Now, I want to turn the question over to you. We've talked about what men notice, but I want to flip the script. What's one subtle thing you always notice first in someone, regardless of gender? What's that one small detail that tells you a lot about a person? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one, and your answer might just be the most interesting part of this conversation. Thanks for watching.